Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and I've had a lot of people ask about crystal decks, the crystal oracle decks, and which ones I recommend. And you know, I always recommend the Judy Hall deck, which I've already done that video. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. And in that video, I say that I don't want to, but pretty much every video is going to be I'm going to compare it to that deck, because that deck and I have been through some stuff. I've had that, it helped me when I was first learning to read like tarot and oracle. I wasn't catching on to it as fast, and because of the crystal connection with that deck, I caught on and I learned a lot from it. So any deck I get is going to be compared to that deck. Now, I also said that, I think I said, I don't remember now, that would probably always be my favorite deck, and I was wrong. This deck, Crystal Reading Cards by Rachelle Charman. I guess it's called the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards. This deck, oh my gosh, it's similar, but it's so different. This may be my new favorite crystal deck. But anyway, I need to focus. I knew, now, I chose Judy Hall's deck because she was a big name in the crystal community. She passed away a few years ago, and I kind of learned some more about and read some more of her books, and she was a big name, but I'm finding that a lot of her books say the same thing over and over, and even in her oracle deck book, the guidebook, it's amazing, but there's a lot of the same information that's kind of just repeated over and over and over. So I'm finding I'm not drawn to Judy Hall stuff as much. So I think that could be why I hadn't used that deck in a while, and I was I thought just because I have a connection to crystals that I just go straight to the real things, and maybe that's why I wasn't being drawn to use the decks. But then I just kind of started hearing people talk about decks, and then people ask me about them, and I thought, that's silly. I need to look. So I did some research on Rachelle Charman, and she actually has quite a few decks, including the Crystal Medicine Oracle, which I have had on my wish list for a long time. Now, she also has a few books too. I haven't bought the Crystal Medicine Oracle because I'm only buying decks when they're on sale. So and this one went on sale, and that one hasn't gone on sale yet. So I'll keep watching for it, because I really like the artwork and just in the pictures for a long time. So I'll watch out for Crystal Medicine Oracle. So this one is the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards. Let me get reset up, take everything out of the box, and I'll be right back. We'll start with the guidebook. This guidebook is really good. I need to start off with saying I don't resonate or agree with some of the info in this book, just like with the Judy Hall book. But that doesn't affect how it works for me. So, let's start. It's got, now this beginning part, I just I gotta, talk about layouts here in a minute. So it's got some kind of introduction stuff, but this is the working with crystal divas. She focuses really a lot on the divas that are in crystals. I don't really resonate with that, or it's not that I don't believe that, I just don't, I don't know. It's not part of my practice. I do really like, there's a couple layouts in here. This holistic healing crystal deck is perfect for this type of layout. I love this layout. It was powerful. Let's just say that. And then this one is the Crystal Diva. It's pretty much a message. And so you ask the question, what message and wisdom do you have to share with me today? Would you please give me clarity around, and then you can insert the issue. Now I'm not focused on the Crystal Diva, or here it says Crystal Kingdom. I don't add that part when I do this one, but I really like how it's worded. And once again, having the crystal meanings for those, it's so spot on. So I kind of, this front part of the book, I like those two layouts. There's some other ones that I haven't done much. They just, I don't know, they just didn't kind of stand out much to me. But, so, now, let me make sure I'm right. Yeah. It has a black and white image of the card, and it has, the name. They're in alphabetical order. They're not numbered like Judy Hall's was. It gives some basic information about the crystal, crystal medicine, what it's good for, meanings, and then the oracle message. It's the message. Once again, it says it's from the Crystal Diva, but I don't see it as that. But even if you don't agree with that part, or the or believe in that, the message still works perfectly. It's still great. So it's got every card, of course, and some of them do take up a little bit more space. Some of them, I think they're all 2 to 3 pages long. Now, let's see. If I remember right, there's not much. Had to take an air conditioner break. Sorry. As I was sitting here during the air conditioner break, I watched the temperature outside go up 3 degrees, so we needed it. All right. So the box is not, it's just not too bad. The inside though, if you store the box standing up on any side, the cards don't stay insecure, but I don't care. That's not a big deal. I know there's some people that are really, really picky about boxes. It's not a big deal to me. I'm totally okay with that. It is a little bit pain getting cards out once in a while, but it's not bad. So let's start with the things I didn't like about Judy Hall's deck and compare them to this deck. The backs. Look at the backs. This is way better. And in my research on crystal decks, why do crystal decks have to have such boring backs? Out of all the ones that I own now, and I've got 4 now, this is the most amazing one. And it's just a basic kind of rocky feel, and whatever. Anyway, the bow, it's just, from shuffling. Although when it was sitting off to the side, I don't know if you can catch it on camera. No, you can't. It does have kind of a weird, but I think that's just from shuffling. When I shuffle, I don't want to shuffle because they're kind of in a certain order. I bend them really hard, so I think that part might be me, but they're not bad. What was it? Oh, the glossiness. The glossiness it's there, but it's definitely way better than the Judy Hall one. The things I hate about this deck, it's 3 cards. Let me zoom in. It's this card. Let's just put the 3 cards out. This card and this card. I hate these 3 cards. I know the artwork is embellished, but these 3 are annoying. There are others in the deck that are a little weird, but these don't look like what they're supposed to be. Selenite. Let me see if I can turn. That doesn't look like selenite. That looks like mica. It annoys me. Lapis lazuli. Now the camera does make it look more blue. Here in person, it's purple. It's very, very purple. Very, very, very purple. Camera is definitely turning it more blue, but in my hand, it's purple, very purple, and I'll just keep looking through the camera lens because looking at the purple is annoying. And then sunstone. Sunstone. Now looking through the camera, it does tame it down, but in my hand, it looks more like carnelian. It's very, very, very bright orange. Sunstone is supposed to be more subdued, chilled color. It looks like carnelian. So that's what I hate about this deck, is these 3 cards. I really like, this one's called Fairy Stone, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't know anything about Fairy Stone. I really like it's got the keyword on it. That was one thing about Judy Hall's deck is she only puts the crystal name on it. There's no keyword. To me, because I know crystal so well, I can kind of look at it and go, oh, I can get the basics of that. But I really like that it's got that. I'm trying to get it. I need the light, but also it's got really bad, well, the glassiness for the glare. I don't know how to show these without so much glare, but we're gonna just have to deal with my light. I do prefer Judy Hall's artwork. She spent a lot of time on the photography of hers and getting it, just the artwork part of her deck just perfect, and it shows in her deck. This one's got more of a embellishment, I guess, effect to it. Some of them, it's cool. Like this red jasper's pretty cool. I really like this red jasper one. But like those 3 first cards, I cannot stand them. This tiger's eye is pretty cool. Some of them it works, and those first 3 it doesn't. I do like the crystal choices better in this deck than in Judy Hall's deck, because in the Rachelle focuses a lot on kind of the basic ones that everybody has, where Judy used a lot of crystals not many people have access to, which is fine, and that's great because you can use the card in place of crystal. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to connect to the meaning, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. See now, see how purple this is showing up on camera? Picture this just a little bit brighter purple, and that's what lapis card looks like in my hands. Anyway, so like this one, Cuprite, I've never seen it. I don't know that I've ever even really heard of it, but there's a lot. Oh, here's black tourmaline. There's a lot of crystals in this deck that are pretty well known. air conditioner shuts off just in time. As you can tell, I just kept going when the air conditioner kicked on, because otherwise this was going to take forever. And now that it's off, that's in. Now I did pull out these three. This was something else. So on these three cards up here at the top, it says Master Teacher card on the Divine Temple, which I don't know. I think these are just, I don't know. I couldn't find much about them. Awakening Crystal and Soul Connection Crystal. I think these are things that I guess that she didn't put much in the book about what it means by Master Teacher card, or you know, these three: Awakening Crystal, Divine Temple, Soul Connection Crystal. That's not like, what am I trying to say? Standard crystal names. So I think these are her creation, kind of. So I did several readings with this deck, and it was great. I loved it. It was, I did several types. I did daily and weekly polls, messages for the, you know, day, week, and even I did I think I did 1 month spread, and they were just like messages I wanted for that time period, and they were really good. I did 2 layouts from the book, the 2 that I show you, that I marked. I love those, especially that this one, the holistic healing layout. I really like that one. And I did a couple other layouts that I found on Pinterest, and they were so accurate, and the messages were so amazing and hopeful, and I loved them. So, in conclusion, I think this is my new favorite crystal deck, and it kind of makes me a little sad just because the Judy Hall deck and I'm not getting rid of Judy Hall's deck. That deck and I were bonded. My dog is trying to snore over me. That deck and I we're tight. We're good. Even if it's just sitting in my collection, just sitting in its bag right now, and eventually back in its box, I'm good with that. It taught me a lot about doing readings. It's helped me through some stuff, and I still pull it out once in a while, and I should pull it out more, and I'm going to be using this deck more too, but this one just, I don't know, there was something, I like this deck a lot. And, you know, even, like I said, even some of the stuff in the guidebook I don't agree with, I don't connect with, that's totally fine. It's the cards, and the messages I got from the guidebook are great. I love the keywords. I love the collection of crystals in here. And now that I messed with it, the little warp is it's making it rock. That's totally okay. I don't care. Keep bumping the camera. So, I started working with another deck, but right now, I think this is my favorite one. I highly recommend the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards by Rachelle Charman, and also the Judy Hall deck, but I think this is my now #1 recommendation. So, that's it for this video. I'll see you next time.